Good evening and welcome to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Alexia Anderchek.
And I'm Sarah Cox. Tomorrow kicks off a long-awaited weekend in Oxford, and we will have all the details for you in just one moment. But before we get started, I have to say that the weather today has been perfect.
I absolutely agree. Let's check in now with our weather anchor, Ava Lindsay, for a look outside at our current conditions.
We have had a beautiful spring day today in Oxford. It's a little bit breezy though, with winds about 5 miles an hour, but it's been sunny, a few clouds, and about 79 degrees. Back to you at the desk.
The 29th annual Double Decker Festival is finally almost here. This beloved arts and music festival celebrates local food, music, and of course the arts.
NewsWatch reporter Sejal Tanksley is on the square now with a look at where the festivals will be.
I'm here where in less than 24 hours Double Decker will begin. This is what the preparations are looking like. Vendors are setting up booths while the stages for live performances are still under construction. City officials expect thousands to make an appearance, bringing in major traffic. For now, it's a race against the clock to make sure things are perfect and in place before the crowd takes over. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Sejal. The musical acts will kick off tomorrow at 6 p.m. with Penelope Road, followed by War and Treaty at 7, and closing out the night will be Shane Smith and the Saints at 9. On Saturday, the music starts bright and early at 11:30 with Annie and the Cadwells. The Anna Marinos will take the stage at 1 p.m., followed by the Mountain Grass Unit at 2:30. The Heavy Heavy will play at 4, the Dip at 5:30, Margot Price at 7, and finally, headliner Wilco will perform at 8:30. All these acts will be on the main stage on North Lamar, just across from Heartbreak Coffee. And of course, all performances are free to the public.
Ready, set, go. Rise and shine early on Saturday for the double-decker 5K and 10K spring run. The first 3,000 finishers will get medals, and for the overall male and female winners, $200 cash prizes will be awarded. The 10K will start at 7:30 a.m., the 5K at 7:45, and the kids' fun run will be held at 9. $1 from every registration goes towards the YMCA of Oxford, and a post-race buffet will be held for the runners.
And for those who would rather travel by car, parking around the square will be limited. And as you can see on your screen now, most streets on the square will be closed to vehicle traffic. So if you are planning on getting to the square by car, the city parking garage will be open for parking. And if you happen to have a vehicle currently parked on the square, you'll want to pay close attention to the zones marked on the map and move your car before 4 a.m. on Friday morning to avoid getting towed. And because parking space will be so limited over the weekend, officials are recommending festival attendees to utilize shuttles. These will be available at 9 a.m. to midnight with pickup locations at Oxford High School and South Oxford Center. A round trip on the shuttle will cost $5 and they will accept card or Venmo.
There are so many activities to do at the festival this weekend, but I think I'm most excited to see all the local artist booths.
I couldn't agree more. And speaking of art, many students are putting down their phones and picking up a timeless crafty hobby.
In today's Just a Minute package, NewsWatch reporter Caroline Dardell talks to students about enjoying what some call grandma pastimes.
College roommates Briley Powers and Mary Bryn Chapel pick up their needles and thread nightly. They're part of a growing trend that student Lily Center turned into a business opportunity. Center and her mother opened a booth in an Oxford vendor mall to serve the new needlepoint community.
It's the best way to get off your screen. You can still be social with it, and I think it allows people to form friendships that way and actually talk to one another and still participate in a hobby and a craft.
With the surge of social media being a prominent day-to-day task in Generation Z's schedule, the calm change of scenery is welcomed by Chapel.
When I needlepoint, it clears my head a lot. I think when I'm on social media, I might get anxious about something, or when I'm on my phone scrolling on something, my mind is constantly going like, what can I be doing now? And I usually do stuff that I enjoy, like this one's my hometown.
It seems that Gen Z is logging off and stitching together a new connection. I'm Caroline Dardo with your Just a Minute.
I've never really picked up needlepointing before. Have you guys?
Honestly,
No.
I bought a few kits, but the weather's been so nice lately that I just want to be outside. I don't want to be inside needlepointing, but maybe tonight's a chance. What do we have going on weather-wise tonight?
Yes, absolutely. Today has literally been the most perfect weather day today in Oxford. If it was like this every day, I would not be upset. But tonight, conditions will be dropping lower to about 62 degrees, but I'll have the full report for you as soon as we get back from this quick break.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Ride! No!
Bro, but you're not even gonna do anything! Yes, I was! Yes, no!
Dog relies on human being. Any animal that's in a house with a family relies on the family to take care of it. If you're not home, definitely let your neighbors know they have animals. Put one on all four corners of the house, so there's no excuse. Put them on a window if you got the right side, left side, put them there in the front door. Let your neighbors know. Tell somebody.
Good evening and welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Ava Lindsay with Storm Watch, and I've got some great weather updates for you this evening. As I mentioned earlier, today was just the perfect day today in Oxford with highs about 79 degrees, but it actually felt a lot cooler because it was super windy today with winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, taking a look across North Mississippi, we see that it's finally starting to feel like summer everywhere, with highs today in South Haven about 82 degrees, 81 in Corinth, 80 in Tupelo, and 79 in Oxford and Holly Springs. Now tonight, I know that some double-decker festivities are going on tonight on the square, so you might want to bring a light jacket with you because it will be dropping down to about 62 degrees tonight. But tomorrow things will be heating up because we're going to be having highs about 81 degrees. But unfortunately, we are going to be seeing some rain coming in tomorrow with light showers coming in after lunch. But hopefully, the showers do seem to be a little bit scattered, so maybe it won't impact double-decker festivities too much. But that rain is not going to be cooling temperatures down. It's actually going to be hotter tomorrow than it was today, despite all the rain. Tomorrow in Oxford, it's going to be about 81 degrees, 82 in Tupelo, 81 in Corinth, 80 in Holly Springs, and about 79 in South Haven. So this rain is definitely not going to be cooling things off at all. Now, as we can see at this map, we can see this rain that's north of us here in the United States that will be moving to the southeast region. But definitely by Monday and Tuesday, that rain will be moving out, but hopefully it won't impact us too much. As I mentioned earlier, Friday and Saturday, we are going to be seeing some ugly rain temperatures. But we see that on Sunday, the temperatures will still be consistent, about 80 degrees. And that rain will be with us Sunday. But on Monday and Tuesday, hopefully, that rain will be out to lead us into a good week.
Ava, I am so sad that it's gonna rain this weekend.
I know, me too, and on double decker.
Yes, that is honestly just not the news
It's like
I wanted
the
to know.
weekend
That
of
is
the
not the
year.
news that I did not want to give
really
you all.
is. Well, I know we're all excited about all the festivities that are going on here in Oxford this weekend, but what's going on in the world of sports?
Well, Alexia, it is very unfortunate that the weather is not looking positive, but I do have some positives in SEC play, watch lists, schedules, and a glimpse into the draft. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
If you don't tell your children about the danger of drugs, you may find a problem staring you right in the face. A problem that won't go away, or even worse, one that does.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
lost cause. The ignored.
The impossible.
Meet your match. A Go to World Girl Scout identifies a big problem, creates a project, and takes the steps to solve that problem.
We stand out because we stand for more. Gold Award Girl Scouts don't just change the world for the better, we change it for good.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Everyone shut. Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss with all things sports. I am Haley Hood. Ole Miss volleyball is set to take part in the showdown at the net for the second straight year. The Rebels will host Clemson on September 8th at the Gillum Athletics Performance Center. This will be the first meeting between the two programs since 2009, with the all-time series even at 2-2. The match is part of the ACC-SEC Challenge, featuring all 16 SEC teams going head-to-head with the ACC. The SEC has also recently released the 2026 schedule, and the Rebels will open the conference play on the road facing Alabama in Tuscaloosa on September 27th. The full schedule will be revealed at a later date. And Ole Miss men's tennis is getting some love from the SEC, and it's coming because of a freshman. Stefano D'Agostino was named second All-SEC today, leading the Rebels all season on Court 1. He even cracked the national rankings, reaching as high as number 77 in singles. He picked up 13 singles wins, including 3 over ranked opponents, and also made an impact in doubles with 11 wins. It's also the first time Ole Miss has had an All-SEC honoree since 2024. Head coach Jake Jacoby said, quote, D'Agostino kept improving all season and helped push the program forward. Now Ole Miss looks ahead to the NCAA tournament, and we'll find out if they will be hitting the court on April 27th. Number 17, Ole Miss is back at home this weekend for a big SEC series against 5th-ranked Georgia. The Rebels have been strong in Oxford all season, winning 23 of their 27 home games and taking 10 of their last 12 overall. They're coming off a statement road series win over Tennessee, their first series win over the Vols since 2018. At the plate, Ole Miss is hitting .290 as a team, while Georgia brings one of the most powerful offenses in the country, leading the nation with 116 home runs. Meanwhile, Rebel reliever Walker Hooks has been named to the NCBWA stopper of the midseason watch list. He's 3-0 with 4 saves and a 2.48 ERA and 40 strikeouts in 32 innings. The first pitch is set for tomorrow night at 7:30. And as we head into the night, BJ Ridgway took a look at the Ole Miss Rebels, who put their name in the draw.
Rebel Nation, it's draft season as the NFL draft is tonight. There are many Rebels that are eligible for the draft, with 5 of them participating in the NFL Combine. Now, this class might not be as strong as last year's class, producing 2 first-round draft picks, but this class has many sleepers that are falling under the radar. One of Ole Miss's highest prospects is wide receiver Deshaun Stribling, who started off the season on a very slow note, but ended it on a tear, having 17 catches, 278 yards, and a touchdown in the playoffs, and a huge catch against Georgia to help the Rebels beat the Bulldogs in the Sugar Bowl, making him a projected second-round pick, with the other Rebels going later on in the draft. Make sure that you tune in to watch the first round of the NFL draft tonight at 7 p.m. The second and third rounds are going to be on Friday, and day 3 draft picks are going to be on Saturday. BJ Ridgway, Ole Miss Newswatch.
Tonight is the night every NFL fan has been waiting for. The 2026 NFL Draft officially kicks off, and all eyes are on what could be one of the most unpredictable first rounds in years. At the top, the Raiders are expected to take Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza with the #1 pick overall. After that, things are going to get wild with trade rumors, a volatile top 5, and even talk about a QB trade-up in the first round. And according to analysts, one name to watch is Miami's Carson Beck, who can make a surprise and even sneak into day one. And beyond the names, this is where it all comes together. Teams have spent weeks in their war rooms, ranking players and preparing for every single possible scenario. But as always, the draft usually brings a few surprises that no one expects. With teams locked inside their war rooms and just 8 minutes on the clock for each pick, the stage is set for chaos once the draft begins tonight in Pittsburgh. With all of that being said, I am so excited to tune into the draft and watch all of the chaos unfold. Alexia and Sarah, anyone you're looking forward to see drafted?
Well, Haley, it's a running joke here that I am in love with Fernando Mendoza. I mean, he's literally the background on this iPad. So if he got picked up by the Cleveland Browns tonight, I wouldn't be too mad.
Okay, well, me on the other hand, I'm not the biggest fan of football, so I'm not sure I'll be tuning in, but you'll certainly want to stay tuned because after this break, we are talking about GLP-1 drugs on campus and the latest news across the nation.
NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
There's an epidemic spreading. Scientists say it can change your brain. It can release dangerous chemicals like formaldehyde into your bloodstream. It can expose your lungs to acrolein, which can cause irreversible damage. It's not a parasite, not a virus, not an infection. It's vaping.
Each year, hurricanes and major flooding threaten cities, towns, and rural homes across the Gulf states. So chances are there will be more storms and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
Whoa. For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Weight loss drugs are becoming more and more common amongst students on campus. NewsWatch reporter Olivia Quinn went to students and pharmacists in Oxford to find out why. Let's take a look.
If you've scrolled through social media, watched TV commercials, or talked with friends, you probably have heard about GLP-1 weight loss drugs. Studies show a sharp increase in prescriptions among young adults, and that trend is starting to show up in many college students' fridges.
I don't take any weight loss or anything, but I think it is super common in college to take it, and I know a lot of people that are on it and take it.
Some students point to social media, body image pressures, or current health and fitness trends as to why these medications are getting more and more popular.
I get an ad about GLP-1 like every time I'm watching something like on YouTube or whatever. And then social media, a lot of people are like advertising like weight loss stuff. So I think that's definitely like helped or made it more of a thing when people are advertising it like every day.
Pharmacist Carrie Cooper says Cheney's Pharmacy is continuously filling weight loss drug orders, and a large portion of their prescription fills are for young adults.
So, I mean,
daily, we probably do 10 to 15 a day that we order specifically for the next day and have them ready the next morning for people to come pick up.
Health professionals say these medications can be beneficial, but are not a one-size-fits-all solution.
It's not just do a shot and still eat, a pint of ice cream a day. You still have to put forth the effort to exercise and diet and watch what you eat and make good, healthy life choices for them to work.
As popularity for GLP-1 drug use continues to rise among college students, experts say it's important to prioritize long-term health, not just the quick fix. Reporting from Oxford, I'm Olivia Quinn, and you're watching NewsWatch.
Thank you, Olivia. Now, moving into national news, recent developments have emerged in the case surrounding singer David, who has been charged with killing and dismembering a 14-year-old girl. Prosecutors now say a, quote, significant amount of child pornography was found on a phone belonging to the singer. The details emerged during a court hearing today. An autopsy report released earlier this week was described by investigators as a brutal killing. David has pleaded not guilty and remains in custody without bail. A preliminary hearing is set for May 1st, where a judge will decide whether to pursue a trial. Now let's go to Sarah on set for more in national news.
Thank you, Alexia. The Department of Justice is pushing to strip U.S. citizenship from hundreds of individuals in the country. The move is a part of a wider immigration crackdown. DOJ officials say that they have identified 384 foreign-born Americans that the department would like to remove naturalization from. Under federal law, citizenship can be revoked through the court hearing, and evidence of citizenship can be obtained through fraud. The Justice Department says that this is the largest volume of denaturalization referrals the department is pursuing in history. In more news regarding the Department of Justice, Attorney General Todd Blanche is moving to reclassify medicinal marijuana to Schedule III drug. Reclassifying the drug to Schedule III would put it in the same category as Tylenol, codeine, and ketamine. Currently, marijuana is a Schedule I drug, the same as heroin and ecstasy. By rescheduling marijuana, more research on medicinal properties would be allowed. The Drug Enforcement Agency must hold hearings before a judge on rescheduling before this can take effect. A move by the Federal Bureau of Investigation is raising concerns about press freedom. The New York Times says that the agency started investigating one of its reporters after publishing a story about FBI Director Kash Patel and his girlfriend. Agents searched databases for more information on reporter Elizabeth Williamson. FBI disputes that this was an attempt to criminalize routine reporting. They say that they were investigating death threats against Patel's girlfriend. The Times says that they will stand by its reporting fully and fairly. Today, Federal Drug Administration approved gene therapy for inherited hearing loss. The single treatment drug is called otarmine. During a 5-month trial, 16 out of 20 children born deaf had hearing improvement, and 5 out of 12 children who were followed for a year gained normal hearing. Regeneron, the company who makes the drug, says that it will be free to serve as an example of how powerful biotechnology can be. But patients still will have to pay for the surgical procedure required to receive the treatment. This wraps up our national news update for today. Back to you at the desk, Alexia.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Coming up, we have an inside look at a student-run fashion show. All this and more after this short break.
Uh-oh, young Tommy is smoking a cigarette, creating his own smog cloud. Tommy's up to bat. Tommy smokes because he thinks it makes him look grown up. But watch what smoking does for him. That coughing is one thing. It keeps him from playing his best. You're out! Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up. It makes you a loser.
Everybody clunks. But not enough people click. And no matter how good they are at handling their cars, or how well they know the road, everybody's equally likely to get involved in an accident. And without a seatbelt, you're twice as likely to be killed or seriously injured. So don't just be a clunker. Clunk, click.
Find out how to use an awkward silence to help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Last night, the fashion panel held their spring fashion show, creating what they say is art through fashion.
Some attendees and organizers shared their thoughts on how successful the event was. Let's take a look.
We kind of just wanted to bring everybody to the art museum to see that, like the art you wear is very similar to the art that's like on a canvas. I mean, fashion is art, and that's kind of like the thing that we want to drive home, I guess, because everybody wears clothes, but if you put it together in an artsy way.
Also an accounting major, and so I just feel like I don't have the opportunity to be creative and go outside of my comfort zone and really like contribute to something outside of just my day-to-day classes. And so when the opportunity came up, I just knew I wanted to be involved in fashion panel.
I think art in motion means a lot of things, but really just expressing yourself. I think kind of clothing is the biggest way to do that. I think
it's so fun bringing people together, and I also think it breaks away from the authentic Southern style, I guess you could say. Like, you have people walking in pieces that you don't see around town, and I think part of what Oxford needs is that.
But we wanted to do something even more intentional because our first year was for the students, so we did it in a place all students are every day. And we were like, what could be super creative and maybe bring students to a place they don't often go to? And the museum is like, we're looking for more students to come here, and we're like, this is the perfect place.
I just really think it's so interesting that this was held at an art museum and their art is fashion and they're representing the museum.
I absolutely love it too. It makes me think of the one Met Gala theme where it was like art imitating fashion, that whole thing. I absolutely was eating this up.
Yeah.
It was
so cool.
Yes, so cool. Well, Haley, you're a little fashionista queen over there. You want to give us an OOTD?
Okay, guys, I love fashion. As you know, I have every single color blazer possible, but this is a dress today, and it is from Fashion Nova. I love Fashion Nova. It's the best. And my rings are from Kendra Scott and Target. My earrings are from Target, and then you can't see my shoes, but they're from Revolve.
And they are so cute. I know they're hidden by the desk, but guys, trust, her shoes are adorable.
Always super cute.
Okay, well, now switching gears.
Oh, yeah. We talked about the NFL draft earlier in the show, but now it's time to talk about a brand new tradition that will start this year.
The Heinz Company will be gifting a lifetime supply of ketchup to the lucky number 57th overall draft pick.
The company is celebrating its 157th birthday and paying homage to its birthplace in Pittsburgh, the location of this year's draft, by making the 57th pick Mr. 57.
That is so funny. Mr. 57 will get a custom jacket, free ketchup for life, and the option to be a partner for future promotions.
The Chicago Bears have had the 57th pick this year, and I know I'll be tuning in to see who will take home this unique prize.
I know of anyone on this desk, Sarah would probably be the most excited to win Mr. 57.
I wish I was Mr. 57.
Right?
That is my dream position.
That is so
I
funny.
would take that and wear that with pride.
Yes, I'm personally, I do not like mustard. I only eat ketchup.
Me too.
So.
Oh, me
I
too.
feel that. And we all know how I feel about Mr. Fernando Mendoza. I know he'll be going number
Right.
1 tonight, not 57, but I almost
Not
wish that,
57.
one day when we get married, I could borrow that Mr. 57.
Yes.
There we go.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. I'm Alexia Anderchek.
And I'm Sarah Cox with your latest news.
I'm April Lindsay with Stormwatch.
And with Sports Watch, I am Haley Hood.
Thank you so much for watching NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.
Good night.
As we dig deeper,
See farther? Work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss.